Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, June the 8th, 2018. Welcome to another eBay video. As I promised you last week, as I ended last week's video, I said to you guys, I can guarantee you next week it will still be cloudy and cold. It is still cloudy, and all we can get is 64 degrees in June. This is unbelievable. This is an absolute terrible cycle of weather we've been in, and there is just no end in sight. Today, as usual, we're going to talk more about eBay topics. We're going to cover some glitches that have occurred. We're going to talk about your comments, questions, and concerns, and some other eBay topics that I think you guys will find interesting. So let's get right into it, firstly with your comments, questions, and concerns from last week's video. Pomona513 wrote, "Ofici should be a word, LOL. Also, it is ridiculous how the return button is emphasized, but leave feedback is inconspicuous. I don't think it will shock anyone for me to say that eBay seems to favor the buyers at our expense." Get a Job wrote, "I am giving up my top rated plus for no free returns. I already have 30-day returns accepted. I would lose too much money being a small seller. I am not Goodwill Industries or Nordstrom's. No deep pockets here." That is the consensus I've been reading from a lot of people, a lot of you guys, about not opting into free returns. I myself am not opting into free returns. I'm lucky that eBay Motors is a category that does not require free returns, so I'm very lucky. But even if they did require it, I still would not opt into it. I get too many returns, and I just could not shoulder the burden of paying return shipping for buyer remorse when buyers do not read the listing correctly. Robert K. wrote, "The changes eBay is making is causing unprecedented glitches. Not being able to log into my accounts lasted 2 days this week with error messages. Oops, that's not a match. Something went wrong. Please try again later. And my favorite the past 2 days, we've run into a problem, but we're working on it. Please try later. There was a tracking outage on the 27th and 28th. eBay is crediting back to me a percentage of fees for those days." The glitch that I ran into during the week was Seller Hub. When I would click my eBay, it's supposed to take you back down to Seller Hub. It wasn't taking me to Seller Hub. It was taking me to a sold listings blank page. I posted this in some of the Facebook groups, and it seemed to have been a pretty widespread glitch. However, it has resolved itself, or they have done something, and that glitch is no longer prevalent. But yeah, I have been hearing from quite a few people about glitches popping up here and there, but I myself only encountered the one. Nor Cooley wrote, "Crazy New York Driver question. About a year ago I purchased a couch cover. The listing in the description said shipping was free. However, when I went to pay I was charged $12 shipping. I tried contacting the seller, but the seller seemed not to understand what I was saying. The couch cover arrived. It was from Amazon. Oh, a sale. The couch cover arrived. It was from Amazon Prime. Seller is a drop shipper, which I did not know, nor did the item come from the location they stated. So I contacted eBay, and they told me that no matter what the seller stated in the description area of the listing, that if under the shipping tab they have it set up to charge shipping, then they charge shipping. I have found that very misleading, and I did not further do anything because I will admit it was my fault for not clicking the shipping tab to see fees. I did ask them if I listed items for sale and if they said free shipping in the description, but my shipping was set up to charge. No buyer could come back and demand free shipping be refunded. The rep did not know how to respond. What is your take on this? The shipping tab takes precedence over what it says in the description. Always go by the shipping tab. What you're describing has happened to me in the past. And it's also happened with a differentiation between new and used items. I have run into, and I still run into, quite a few people listing their items as brand new. But when I read the description, it says the item is used and broken. So always be very careful with the listing. In the example you cited, the seller made a mistake. They were charging shipping, but in the body, in the description, it said free shipping. I think they probably had clicked on sell similar and forgot to update the description. While that was sloppy on their part and could be termed as misleading, there's really nothing you can do about it because the shipping did state the shipping fee, which I believe was $12. Anitza Glenna wrote, I have a really strange situation where my buyer's package couldn't be delivered due to no access to the building. The seller began a refund, and eBay actually took care of the refund with no effect to me. Has anyone ever had this happen to them? I'm not sure if you meant the seller or if you meant the buyer wanted the refund, but yes, it's happened to me numerous times. All buyers are required to have a safe and available place to receive their eBay items. If you ship somebody an item and it's undeliverable for the reason you said or any other reason, you are not at fault, okay? You did nothing wrong. It is the buyer's responsibility to safeguard their delivery locations at all times and have access available for the mailman. Serge1 wrote, Joe, I agree with you about feedback page, and they should use your scheme for the buttons. Also, anybody that does free return shipping is a fool and will soon learn what the real cost will be for them. Joe, a while back you mentioned a program called Toolhouse to check on people who are constantly receiving negative feedback. I cannot find this program. Is it still around? eBay has blocked access to Toolhouse many years ago, so you can no longer use that tool. George Stephanopoulos wrote, Joe, I love your channel as always. I just got off the phone with the eBay concierge on a faulty return. I also sell on eBay Motors parts and accessories. Within the last 2 weeks, we would not get help from them on faulty returns and remorse returns marked as snag cases. Today, I did get help on a faulty return that a customer returned the item broken. The rep told me that they are considering making changes to the strict policies they put into place the last few weeks. There are way too many calls coming in that's causing eBay some problems in support. I have told them numerous times these last few weeks that these changes that they put into place because we don't participate in free returns is punishing their sellers, which is wrong. Excellent, excellent point. I talked about this last week. Very quickly, very quickly. For those of us who are not opting into free returns, eBay is no longer siding with us on unfair snag cases, even if it's as plain as day, because they're accepting a laissez-faire attitude, hands off, they don't want to get involved, because they're hoping that more sellers will then opt in to free returns, because if you're in free returns, it is impossible to get a snag case. Okay? Now, if you're a seller like me who's not opted into free returns, and you do get one of these buyer remorse cases like this person just said, like George just said, if you call up eBay concierge or eBay customer service, it has been my experience they will give you a courtesy refund because you're not at fault, but still it's aggravating to have to call them and go through all the trouble. They really need to rethink their policies. I am a man of principle. If I get an undeserved snag case, I don't care how much effort or how long it takes, I will call eBay and I will stay on hold with that music playing and I will get my refund. Okay? Because right is right and fair is fair, and I'm a man of principle. Kat Galan wrote, every time you yell out, don't be fitchy, I'm getting closer and closer to going deaf. And I can hear you all the way out here in Chicago, but that's okay. I'm taking it for the team. Because after all, it's Joey. I wish I can give you this video 10 thumbs up instead of 1. I have an idea. I'll open up multiple YouTube accounts and give you more thumbs up that way. What do you say, Joe? Well, Catgalan, you might as well do that, because as you see, my stalker has numerous fake accounts that he uses just to give me thumbs down. He puts a lot of time and effort because he has nothing else in his life, and that's the way it is. So yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. Before we go on, I'm going to take a break now and do what everybody is waiting for. I'm going to take a drink from the Fox News Cup of Life. This is the Fox News Cup of Life. This is the Fox News Cup of Life. Behold and drink. Very good. In last week's comments, somebody once again asked the significance of the Fox News Cup of Life. I have explained this numerous times on my videos. Please, the Fox News Cup of Life represents a very big victory for the good guys. Fox News actually did 2 news stories, not 1, 2 news stories exposing the biggest stalker on YouTube and eBay ever. That being the same person stalking me. It was a wonderful, wonderful feeling to see this piece of trash put on the news. And it is my crowning achievement on YouTube, on eBay, and just, you know, it's a total feel-good feeling. So I hope that explains it to you. Because you're probably new, I will put a link in the description box below to a resource site about this particular individual, and you can check it out. While we're on that topic, I also have received a new entry for the Fitchy song. Because I'm really running late this week, I am not able to upload that video to where I have the other video uploaded, so I'm going to link you directly to the other channel where he uploaded it, Ryan something, Ryan Foster I think it is, and you can watch the video there. If you guys are musically talented in any way, and you can sing or play an instrument and write lyrics, and would like to compose your own Fitchy song, that would be great. I am still accepting entries. You can email the file, or you can email the link if you wish to post it to YouTube, to crazynydriver@AOL.com, right here, bang, 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 and I will be more than happy to feature it. In the near future, I'm going to select just one as the official Fitchy song and host it on this channel. Okay, let's talk about news of the week. So how were your sales this week? My sales were very good once again. I only had one day that was slow, and that was Wednesday. Sales were chugging along all week. Wednesday came, bang, the brakes came on, everything stopped. But this time I realized why. My Markdown Manager sale had run out. I try and consistently run 2 sales with using Markdown Manager. I run a 10% off sale, I run a 15% off sale, and the remainder of my items I have at full price. And I kind of do a comparison to see if that helps my sales at all, and of course it does. I've always felt that Markdown Manager is a very, very good tool to use to help you sell your items on eBay, because it gives the customer an actual view of the sale, meaning he can see what your original price was. Let's say it's $100. There's a strike through, and then it says save 15%, item is now $85. People love to see that strike through. Okay, it really does generate sales, and it helps me out a lot. I run my Markdown Manager sales for approximately 2 weeks, as I said. 1/3 of my items 10% off, 1/3 of my items 15% off, and the other 1/3 full price. And I'm happy to say that I get traffic to all 3. I do not offer free shipping as a rule anymore. I've given that up because I get too many returns for buyer remorse, and I don't want to lose that original shipping. I do have some older items up there that are still with free shipping, and those will just run their course, unless I ever get around to editing them. So yeah, I am also in promoted listings, where I pay a small percentage to help my item get a boost in search. I believe I'm paying, the trending rate on eBay Motors is about, I think, 4.7%. It changes periodically. I'm only bidding, I think, 2% or 2.5% because I just want to get a boost. I don't need to be a super big boost, but it does help. It definitely does help. Promoted listings does help, but I think Markdown Manager is a lot better. I've also been encountering more bad eBay sellers. There is this one guy, and when I say one guy, I mean just one guy, that is so prolific in eBay Motors, he disgusts me. What he's doing is he's spamming. This one person is creating so many policy infractions, it's hard to believe. He will have one item, and it's a cheap China item, and he will change the verbiage ever so slightly and mass spam eBay Motors listings with this absolute garbage. It's cheap China crap that he's importing, and he changes the description to, let's say, 1996 Audi 100 hubcaps. Then the same listing, 1997 Toyota hubcaps. The same listing, 1997 Cadillac hubcaps. Same picture, same price, same item, just a slight change in the description. So when you're searching on eBay, you have to go through 6 pages of the same crap. In addition, in his thumbnail, he has an overlay that says USA seller, which is against eBay rules. That's dead set against eBay rules. The only reason I don't make a loud complaint to eBay or be more vociferous on this is because I have been told by eBay that when he does that, when he puts that little USA logo, that it actually blocks him from Google search. So, who knows? I also had another weird experience I'd like to share with you guys. As you know, I like to snipe items. Let me explain to you what sniping is in case you're not familiar with the terminology. If you see an item that's ending in 5 hours and you really want it, the price is good, you put it in your watch list and you save it. So right before the item ends, bang, you jump in and hopefully you'll get it really cheap. So guys, have you ever seen an item that was just too good to be true? Meaning the price was just too cheap, or the shipping was just too cheap and you knew it was too good to be true? It happened to me about 2 weeks ago, but I didn't mention it to you. A guy was selling a hub for $3, approximately $3 plus $3 shipping. Now, I am in the business and I know that the shipping alone for this is going to cost him between $8 and $15. Okay, just the shipping. He's selling it for $3 plus $3 shipping. Give me a break. I mean, I want it. At that price, I want it. So I waited, bang, I sniped it, I won the item, I paid right away with PayPal. Close to 24 hours later, the seller cancels the sale. He canceled it and stated the item is no longer available or there's a problem with the item. And he got a defect for that. How do you guys feel about that? Myself, I'm just going to let it pass because he bit the bullet in one respect. Now, if it had been me, if I listed an item and made a mistake for $3 and $3 shipping, and a person won my item or did they buy it now, I would be a man of my word and I would ship that item to him for $6 because I screwed up. If I screw up, I will take responsibility. This guy would not send me that item. Yet he canceled the listing saying he made a mistake and he took a defect. Now, had he canceled the listing and said the buyer requested to cancel, then I would have been pissed off and I would have acted on it. But in this respect, I'm just letting it go. But I'm just throwing it out there. I was wondering what your opinion is on that kind of thing, guys. Has that happened to you? And if you were in my position, would you react differently than I reacted? That being said, that's all I'm going to discuss today, because once again, it's not raining now, but it will be, and I want to finish this up and get inside before it does. Please comment on any of the topics I've talked about this week, eBay related. How were your sales? Are you noticing people violating eBay policies, sellers by mass spamming categories? I despise that because it hurts the buyer and it hurts the seller. It hurts me as a seller because people can't find my legit factory items when they spam all this cheap China crap. It also hurts me as a buyer because when I go on eBay and I'm doing a search, I'm getting page after page of this absolute trash from this one seller. Unbelievable. And he's prolific. He's been doing this for years. For years. When I went to eBay in Vegas, eBay Open last year, I reported him. I went right to the powers that be and I reported him. And his stuff then got yanked. But he's back at it again. So I guess I'll have to wait till Vegas, which is the end of July. But guys, I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thanks for watching. Each week I come out here and I make these eBay videos and I try and help you. I want you to succeed on eBay. If you think I'm doing a good job, please give me a thumbs up. It shows that I'm appreciated and I'm on the right track. If you didn't think I did a good job, comment in the comments section what you want me to talk about next week. And who knows, I may cover your topic. Or if you're the one fishy person in the world that's been booted off eBay, actually sent a legal letter that you're banned from selling on eBay, well, you're just plain pathetic. You're not a man. You're nothing. Guys, please remember one thing. Don't be fishy! Yeah! Peace!